Namaste, namaste, beautiful family of light. I want to welcome everybody who's physically here at the Cosmic Center Spiritual Light. We're located in Sarasota, Florida, in the United States. And I want to welcome all of our Zoom listeners and also to all of our Facebook Live and some not Facebook Live. Usually you're going to get this feed later on, but we do know that many views are on this little chat that we do. It is something that we have done from the very beginning of the Anchoring Light transmission meditation. We continue it online because it's all part of the coming together and gelling to have this experience, because it is a multi-experience. It's all those who choose to be part of this because they help to co-create it with our expanded family of light. And so that's pretty much how this has been going on for 16 years, every Monday without fail for 16 years. How quickly time can pass by. And of course, we're talking linear time here, but for many of us, we're not even tapped into linear time. It's like no time, and we get glimpses of that. So I wanted to talk a little bit about something, what a recent experience I have, but not just necessarily recent or unique, but we all have. And I want to talk about, like, starting off with just dreams. What are dreams? Okay. And for some people, definitely, if you had that stale pizza the night before, okay, and whatever symbols that you see or exposed to, you'll have, that kind of dream that is triggered perhaps by indigestion and whatever local stuff that you had that day. I would call that a dream. But for many of us, we have other kind of dreams. I say, uh, I'll just say, like, a altered dream experience maybe is a good word, not a dream. Sometimes just complete altered experiences, visions and all that kind of stuff, and you come back. I'm going to talk about the altered dream experience. And for many people, they're like, well, what's with the dreams? And it seems so real. Oh my gosh, this dream seems so real to me. I can remember every detail about this particular altered state dream. It's more real than my waking state. I could give you every detail. Well, I would say that's not a dream more than it is an experience you're having in another dimensional level. Okay. And so the first part to this, and ideally the dreams, okay, would be the spark to say, hey, there's something more going on, at least in my mind or my thinking. And then you see, this is what the shamans talk about. This is what all of the healers have talked about. This is nothing new since the beginning of time. Okay, that's where divination comes from. Hey, maybe this other world knows what's going to happen next week. Should we stay or should we go? Okay, so all of this is, at the very minimum, not if a conscious awareness, is a unconscious awareness that we are so much more than this physical, mental, emotional world. And we are so much more than what this little physical body can perceive. And that there's a whole nother part of us that sometimes we tap into. Right. And then as we become more aware and depending, if you said, I've come here on a mission, a sense of purpose, I have a greater thing to do, and to extent all people come in. But there are those, okay, that may be called wanderers or star seeds or light workers, the indigos. There's a couple of names that are out there that really come in and say, I'm supposed to do something. And I know in the really beginning, okay, you may say, I know for myself, I came in here after I got the shock of being on the planet. So once I got over that at a young age, like, I think I'm supposed to do something. What's my mission? What's my mission? What's my mission? What's my mission? And that's the whole seeking. That's the whole seeking. Because at a lot of times, children, you got to go back to your childhood. You got to say, I really thought this was a dream, but maybe it's more than a dream. And then, of course, you have to come to the point in your development to trust your own thinking and trust your own intuition, because a lot of times, I remember when I was very young, I would have like these experiences, and my mother said, "Oh, it's just a dream. It's just a dream." I'm just like, I'm not sure if it's just a dream. I always thought it was certain things were more than that. And then as you grow into your authenticity, as you have the courage to be who you truly are in a world that says you're not that, in a world, and we talked about this, I believe, last week about the program. And this world wants to constrict you to say, these are the rules and the regulations and all that other stuff, your intuition, your feeling, your visions, or your altered dreams. Ignore that. Ignore that. But there's a part of you that says, I don't know if I should ignore that. I feel I shouldn't. But it depends on how heavy duty the program is, because there are many people that they just decide first they got to keep quiet. They better not talk about it now, because they're going to have the people to say, you are wrong, you are crazy, that is stupid. Da, 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 da. So you learn to shut up. You learn not to talk, right? And then it comes to a point where it is so strong, because in those that really have this sense of mission and purpose, because you just can't do the pretending anymore. It's too exhausting. I have to pretend that I care if something is blue or green in a napkin. I really don't care. I care what's happening on the planet. Okay, you're like in these parties, like I want to shake people, say, don't you see what's going on in the world? And they're like, da, 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 da. So anyway, a lot of times you say, okay, what's going to happen? But then you begin to have the courage to say, you know what? It's just too hard for me to pretend. It come to a point, it's too hard for me not to be my authentic self, no matter the cost of that. And there may be some cost. Speak, sister. There may be some cost. And it requires to have courage to say, I must be my authentic self. Because guess what? When you go up to the pearly greats and they say, okay, did you come? Did you life review? Did you really make the effort to do what you came here to do and try to follow your soul? I said, well, no, because, Mary said I must be crazy. And you made that stop you? Okay. So, and it is, and I'm not making light of that, because it's not easy at all, particularly when you're little. But then that childhood innocence, we always got to remember that, because that's the purity of who we are before the corruption and the brainwashing starts to come in, right? Is to grab that inner child, that innocent one that comes with love. And I can do anything. Look at little children. Remember when you were a little kid? Hey, I could do anything. Why? Because we didn't have that sense of limitation. We came from a place that said we were boundless and infinite, and we could do anything we want to do, right? We can create. And then slowly but surely, the program set in and said, no, you can't. You have to be here. This is this. That's great. That's for other people, not for you. That's for that group, not for our group. And all this sense of separation starts to come in, right? And then you have, don't forget the emotional body. I want to fit in. I want to fit in. I want to fit in. I don't want to be the weird one. Okay, then you have that dynamic now setting in. And then the next thing you know, you're doing what you're supposed to be doing according to the program. And you sit back and say, I'm not happy. I tried that and I don't like it. I don't like it. It's not working. I thought I was supposed to have the American dream, or whichever dream it is that they put over there. This is what you want. You may have to work 24/7 a day to achieve the goal. We're telling you what to do. And that way we make sure you're busy all the time, so you cannot think or reflect or meditate or any of those things. We're all part of it. We're all part. But guess what? We are here now. All of us are here now, because we all have to walk a personal journey to get to this point. Bravo. Bravo. Let's kiss ourselves. We are here because there are some who are not here. They got so caught up in the world of Maya. And hey, it's thick. The Divine Mother showed me what Maya was like, and it was a vat of molasses. If you see molasses, it's pretty dark and pretty thick. So you don't know if you're going up or down or right or left. The fact that you could even go on a path, okay, bravo, bravo. And then you have the dynamic, okay, where you're like, I'm all by myself. Hello, hello, does anybody know what I'm talking about? And then you may read a book, as what happened to me, but the universe is always trying to guide you, right? And it says something in this book that you've experienced. And I remember when I read something, as it was in Theosophy, and whatever it said, I said, oh my God, I'm not crazy. Somebody else has written it. Look, 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 that you're not by yourself. And now more than ever, because we are in the age of Aquarius, because we are this wonderful technology that we're using for good, because there's always the good, the bad, and the ugly. But we know who we are and what we're using it for. We know our assignment is that you find, to your utter joy, that you're not by yourself. There's somebody you could speak to that understands exactly what you're talking about. Isn't that, just think back, such a wonderful, liberating, wonderful experience? So you're like, you know what I mean? I sure do. You know, that altered dream stuff. Oh, yeah, well, listen what happened to me. Da, 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 da. And then you're in a whole new tribe. But sometimes you have to walk that single path for a while to get there. But then the tribe will begin to recognize each other. You don't even have to talk. You're like, got it. When you start finishing each other's yeah, I know. You don't even finish the sentence. It's like, well, almost close to telepathic. Like, yeah, I got it. And you'll be like, yeah. No words needed, because it's like an understanding how wonderful and powerful that is. And then now you're like, okay, so I'm not by myself. And there's a group of people here that looks like we all sense that we're supposed to do something, and that encourages to move on and to do what it is you need to do. And now to have the courage, well, I guess I'm here to make known the unknown. Because once we decide to say, okay, I know there's more to the story, I'm going to continue to seek. It's kind of scary out there, but I'm going to find the courage to do it. If you remember the Fool in the tarot card, okay, you see he has the little satchel and he has his foot out of the precipice. He doesn't see what's going to happen, but he has to have the faith to move forward. And in that tarot card, it says all he needs, he has with him to do this journey. He doesn't have to go outside of himself to do the journey. And one of the things I loved was one of those Indiana Jones movies where you couldn't see anything, but when they stepped out, then this invisible step came forward to get you forward. And the one thing I will say to everybody who's listening to this, the universe 100% supports you. I am telling you that when you say, okay, I'm going to move forward, you may have to adjust here and there. It isn't going to be exactly like straightforward. Oh, how great that would be. Everybody could do that. There would be challenges and blockages, but there's going to be a way to meander around that, go above it, go under it. Okay. Like, the center with me, there's lots of obstacles coming right, left, and center. But then you're like, that's not going to stop me, because I already see myself victorious and moving forward and stuff. And I know I'm going to have the support of the universe, and we're all going to get there. And there's other little thing that's coming to disrupt me. It's an inconvenience. It's not going to rock my world. It's okay. We'll move forward. It's fine. I'm not scared of you. Who my crew is. You should be scared of me. So we begin to grow in our courage. We grow in our power. We grow into our strength. We grow until then we reach a point and said, oh, this is just a small part of what I'm supposed to be doing. Because there's other parts of us that we're now just beginning to connect the dot that's doing some other stuff. And you're like, is that me? Wow, look at me in this dimensional realm. Oh my God. Because we are so magnificent. We are so interdimensional. We can't even wrap our minds around this thing, that this is just a small aspect of us. But we all want to have all parts of us, try to get all those fragmented parts of us into wholeness. That means all parts of us have to cooperate and want to move in the direction of our soul pulse. And as I said on Sunday, yesterday, we had a most powerful service yesterday. We did so much powerful work yesterday because we're all being upgraded. Let's not forget that. We're all being upgraded. That other dimensions that I'm clearly involved with were pissed off. That's how good we did yesterday. They were like, wait a minute. they're exploring beyond. They're not being contained. They're doing stuff that we don't want them to do because they're going straight to the source of the divine creator and ascending. And the what I call the service to self, the little mini gods, demigods, or whatever you want to call them, they're like, we've been in charge for so long, we don't want to give that power up. And the family of light is saying, I'm sorry, but your time has come. You could come on board and we could all go up together, or you could stay, deluded with the fact that you're it and nothing else that day, is going. So the program now is beginning to dismantle. The program is dismantled. The light workers have been coming and then holding space. More gateways have been opening, more light has been coming in, more souls are coming in, more coming in with assignment. It's a welling up of light happening. And, we are in a world of duality. The other side that wasn't give up that easy. I get it. I understand. God bless you, but you can't stop us. Ain't no stopping us now. We're on the move. Anyway, so all I want to say to everybody here in this little chat is don't doubt yourself. Trust your intuition. If you come from the higher heart, and it's always the self-checking, is my motivation coming from a place of love? Is it those little old lower energies of ego? Is there jealousy? Is there competition? All right, it's so subtle. Am I making sure collaborating and not competing? Am I coming from a place of love, or am I coming from a place of fear? Where is this coming in? So as we dig deeper into ourselves, and our goal is to become better and better. That's our goal. And what if everybody became better and better? And that's what's happening. There's no perfect anything here yet. We're not there yet, okay? But we can strive towards that. And as we strive towards it, to say, practice makes perfect. You get this level checked, then you go to the next level, the next level. And the beautiful thing is you find your tribe, and we're here together supporting one another. Because one that says, hey, this is a hard road and I'm tired but we all get like that. But you have the others that are there to lift you up. Today happens to be my birthday. And so as it turns out, I don't have a phone. I had an experience last night that was like, as I said, in other dimensional realms, they're probably not happy that we did so much light work yesterday, healed yesterday, got rid of baggage and whatever else was yesterday. And also I did some stuff, also some decisions that probably opened up just a little bit of that to come in. But this is the bottom line. The bottom line is this, is when you know who you are and what you're connected to, we're the children of the light. We are the firstborn. We are the children of the sun. Okay, we have to remember who we are. We have great power. Nothing can stop us. Why? Because we're not by ourselves. We have myriads of angels behind us. We just have to remember who we are. Because the trick is for you to even forget for a second and fall into fear. That's where they got you. We gotta fall into fear. This is what we can now to manipulate them. But when you come in strong like this, you figure like this. Look what they did to Jesus. You know what I mean? I'm like, I'm in good company. I'm in good company because the people are going to demonize you. They're going to say you're crazy. They're going to say all kinds and just make complete lies. Total complete lies. Because in the image, you have to have compassion for those people because they have whatever skew, whether it's drugs or alcohol or trauma, and that stuff gets in, they're just puppets. Because in Ephesians 6, it is very clear. You're not dealing with this physical world. You're dealing with principalities. You better wake up and understand that. Okay. It requires you to expand your mind, integrate that, embrace it, and say, hey, I'm good with it. I'm going to move forward. My world is larger. It's larger than what I thought, but it's larger than I've always suspected as a kid. And that was just confirming that. See, I knew that. I knew there was more. I knew there was more to this. And all those people telling me, no, something like, this authority knows better. They'll tell you what to do. I'm like, Then you begin to see the flaws. And then it takes a while to say, you know what, I'm going back to what I thought originally. And I'm sticking to my guns for that. I'm sticking with that. So anyway, I wanted to share that because this is just the tip of the iceberg as to who we are, the great power we have to be alchemists, that when we confront on any dimensional level hatred or division, that we are the alchemists to change it to love and oneness and wholeness. And we are healers on many levels. We have no idea yet, but we will. So with that, I'm going to say namaste to everybody. I'll see you next time, next Monday. By Facebook, Family of Light.